Okay, so in this video, it's going to be pretty short. What we're going to do is we're going to go and fetch avatars. Okay, so let's just look at which Quordle request we have to use. So right now we're in the use fetch posts file, and I made this function get avatar. So it's a Quordle request, and we're going to be getting a QDN resource URL. So this is going to return to us a URL that we could then use in the image uh, tag and insert it into the SRC. So I'll just show you that where I have that here in home. I have this avatar component from Material UI, and in the SRC, I have the avatar URL. Anyways, let's go back to this function. So we have the action get QDN resource URL, and what it needs is the name. So for every post, it'll be created by a user. So let's say it's John, then we put here John. And where the avatars live, because basically you could save the avatar image anywhere in almost any service. However, where we store it in the UI is in the thumbnail service with the identifier Quarto avatar. So if you want to access the avatar that users choose in the UI, this is the place to get it. Okay, and and yeah, that's it. And then I'll give you a URL, and then you store that URL, and then you insert it into your image tag. So the way I do it is, so let's see where I'm using this function over here. So I'm using it where we're getting our posts, and for every post that comes in, right now I'm at the get post function. For every post that comes in, um, So right, I loop through all the posts and I check every user if I already have the avatar yeah, link. So what I did was I created a new slice in our store called global slice. So wait, let's close everything besides this file. All right, let's go to um, the new slice that I created. I called a global slice to put like global stuff there, which I included avatars. That's our first resource, our first field. All right, so we have this object, and what I'm doing is every time I'm calling that get avatar function, let's go back to that one, get avatar. Every time I retrieve it, I dispatch an action, which then will store um, in a will store the avatar link with the key being the name of the person, because that's going to be unique. Everybody has a unique name in Quordle. And as a value, it's going to be the link. So that's the function I'm using over here. So dispatch set user avatar map. It goes over here, and then it sets a key a value pair in that object. And I'm when I'm calling this, so I'm looping through all the posts, just checking which user it is. I'm also over here checking that we don't have uh, that link, that user's avatar yet. Because if we do, then we don't want to call get avatar. So, and the reason why I'm storing it globally is because I'm sure I'm going to be using that avatar in many pages, not just in one. So that's the logic behind that. Okay, so let's just go and check how that looks. So here is the application, and you can see, we already can see one avatar. Qorbit account doesn't have an avatar yet, so luckily the cat posted something. And we'll check the Redux store over here just to see how it looks like. Let's open it up and let's go to the React. So you can see already, we could see our action set user avatar map, but let's just go check the state itself. So it was under global over here. And I see we have the name, the cat, and then uh, the link that we'll be using, or the what we're going to be putting in the source. Okay. And the last thing to show is let's go back to home to see how I'm accessing the link from the map from the object. So over here, as we remember, we're looping through the posts to render them. And over here we have the avatar component from Material UI, and here's the avatar URL. Over here is where we have the logic. So we start off with, the avatar URL is empty because maybe a person doesn't have an avatar, or maybe we just haven't fetched it yet, because I guess it will take some time. And so we're checking to see in that user avatar object that we have in our store if that value exists. So let's say we loop through the one of the posts and it's by the cat. Then it'll be the cat. I guess it's like that, and we'll have the link. And so we'll go over here and insert the link inside that variable avatar URL. Let's put it back to make it dynamic again. And yeah, and the user avatar map, I'm importing it like usual from using useSelector, and we get that from the store. And that's it. So the most important thing is not how I did it. The most important thing is knowing how to get the avatar URL, and that's through, where do we have it? Um, Get avatar. Oh, here. And that's using this Quartal request function, or more specifically, using this action, get QDN resource URL. And that's it. That's the end of this short video.